Vasudevaya. I offer my humble obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Before reciting Srimad Bhagvatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Srimad Bhagavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in the classes on Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead is established as an irrevocable fact. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Granth Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8. Lord Nrsimhadev slays the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu. So we read till text number 14 yesterday. So discussing that how Hiranyakashipu struck the column, the pillar, because he was completely overcome with anger and was very angry upon Prahlad and wanted to kill his so-called god. So let's see what happens next when he struck the column with his sword. Text number 15. Tadaeva tasmin nindo abhishano babhuva yenandai katham asfutat yam vaisva dhishanyopagatam tyajadayah shrutva sva dhamat Tyayam angamenire. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Then from within the pillar came a fearful sound which appeared to crack the covering of the universe. O my dear Yudhishthira, this sound reached even the abodes of the demigods like Lord Brahma, and when the demigods heard it, they thought, "Oh, now our planets are being destroyed." Purport: as we sometimes become very much afraid at the sound of a thunderbolt, perhaps thinking that our houses will be destroyed, the great demigods like Lord Brahma feared the thundering sound that came from the pillar in the front of Hiranyakashipu. So Sri Narad Muni is explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj the extent of that sound, that thunderous sound, that tumultuous sound, which caused fear in the heart of even the great demigods. And it seemed that the whole universe would crack. The coverings of the universe, referring to the different layers of earth, water, fire, air, ether, etc., that everything would crack open. And Prabhupada is giving the example that sometimes there is a thunderbolt, or not thunderbolt, just the clouds roaring, and sometimes during the cyclones which one came in recently in Mumbai or in Florida, we have all seen that sometimes the weather is quite harsh, and it seems that the whole world will kind of be destroyed. Well, imagine when the Supreme Lord Nrsimhadev came and demigods, up to even like Brahma thinking like that. Just imagine the extent of that sound, which reached to up to the topmost planet of Lord Brahma. He's living in the penthouse, the 14 amongst the 14 planetary systems. He's living in the topmost Satyaloka. So we can only imagine the extent of that sound, the vast range of that sound, how tumultuous and how fearful it must be. So the Srimad Bhagvatam is very, very vivid, and very lot of metaphorical words are used to give us a glimpse of, to basically transpose us into the pastime. So it's not an ordinary pillar, it's not an ordinary person. Hiranyakashipu's strength was also great. So the strength with which he had hit, and the pillar, the sound which came. So let's see what happens when the sound came. What happened next? Any other comments?
Hare Krishna. This is Bhadra. You explain everything. One point here is that this also shows that Brahma is the secondary creator, and is mentioned that his planet is highest. So this is the nature of this material world. That's what it's showing us. That even the demigods, and of course we know demigods are always even afraid of the demons coming and taking over their position, and that's what Hiranyakashipu has done here, isn't it? So even the demigods, even Lord Brahma, who has given the benediction to Hiranyakashipu, isn't it? And he himself is afraid. And that is the nature of this material world, where it doesn't matter, you go to higher planets, Brahma Loka, Brahma Bhuvana Loka, Punaravartana, that's what is here is. Acharyas are mentioning that how this is so fear, this material world, whole material world is a fearful place for the devotee. Of course, devotees like Prahlad Maharaj is great personality. But that's what the point is, that material world is a heavy place, and always fearful. People are fearful. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, would someone like to read text 16? Who didn't get chance in last 1 or 2 days?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes, please.
Slok 16. Sa vikramana putra vadep surojasa nisamya niraharadam apurvam abhutam antah sabhayam na dadasam tatpadam vitatraya suryena surari yuthapaha. Translation. While showing his extraordinary prowess, Hiranyakashipu, who desired to kill his own son, heard that wonderful, tumultuous sound, which had never before been heard. Upon hearing the sound, the other leader of the demons were afraid. None of them could find the origin of that sound in the assembly. Purport. Bhagavad Gita, Adhyay 7, Slok 8. Krishna explained himself by saying, Rasopsu Kaunteya Prabhasmi Sashi Surya Yoho Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu Shabdaha Khe Paurusham Rushu. O son of Kunti, Arjuna, I am the taste of the water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in either an ability in man. Here the Lord exhibited his presence everywhere, by the tumultuous sound in the sky. The tumultuous thundering sound was proof of the Lord's presence. The demons like Hiranyakashipu could now realize the supreme ruling power of the Lord. When his Hiranyakashipu become afraid, however powerful a man may be, he always feared the sound of the thunderbolt. Similarly, Hiranyakashipu and all the demons who were his associated were extremely afraid because of the presence of the Supreme Lord in the form of sound, although they could not trace out the source of the sound. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. So, although Hiranyakashipu was quite powerful, we have read that how different demigods were so fearful, even just by moving the eyebrows, they would, basically fall under as a servant of Hiranyakashipu. But now, just that sound, right now he can only hear the sound. And what is that sound? Krishna says, Shabda K. And the K means ether or sky. We have heard the word Khaga or Khechari referring to Putana. K means ether or air, one who can chara, one who can move in the sky. So Shabda K. I am the sound in the ether, Krishna says. And that's what Prabhupada is emphasizing here, that tumultuous sound was the proof of the presence of the Lord. So anything extraordinarily we hear, that sound should help us to remember Krishna. When we drink water, that should help us to remember Krishna. When we read any mantra, pranava sarva vedeshu, in all the scriptures start with the Om. A lot of mantras start with Om. So that's also Krishna. Or one can see the hand of Krishna in every aspect. So although he was very, very powerful, but just with the sound, he was very, very afraid. Not only him, the other leaders, he had different categories of so many leaders. They were all afraid, and none could figure out where is the sound coming from. Because in an ordinary instance, if one breaks a pillar, one does not expect a tumultuous sound. But this was not an ordinary pillar. He asked Prahlad, is your God here? So this is not an ordinary thing. The Lord keeps the vow of his devotee. He may break his own vows, but he never let the vow of his devotee go false. So just by hearing that tumultuous sound, they were all extremely afraid, because the Lord was present in the form of sound. Okay. Anyone else has any other comments, questions?
Yeah, Bhadra again. Done with everybody. So look at the situation here. All the demigod, by this sound, all the demigods even afraid, up to Brahma. But Prahlad Maharaj is so peaceful and quiet, be peaceful, right there. Because he knows that my Supreme Lord is coming. This is the sound of the Supreme Lord is coming. Another point is that here that what is in Kali Yuga? Lord has come in the form of the sound, right? Hare Krishna mantra. Chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, which is the Lord, none different than the Lord himself. So he has come in the form of a sound, the Hare Krishna mantra, which is not heavy like the sound which is here Nrsimhadev is creating. But the point is that that is the point in Kali Yuga. The same sound is here in the form of the holy name, but it is pleasant sound for everybody, whether it's demons or whoever, or demigods, everybody. That's what the point is. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guru. Now, Nandini Mataji, you want to read next words?
Prabhu, did you ask me or someone else?
Yeah, if you're in a position to read.
Yes, Prabhu, definitely. Sorry. Text 17. Devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Satyam vidhatum nija vrutya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshva khileshu chatmanah adrushyata tatya adbhuta rupam udvahan samde sabhayam cha na rugam na manusham. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To prove that the statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial, in other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. Purport. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaja, "Where is your Lord? Is he present in this pillar?" Prahlad Maharaja fearlessly replied, "Yes, my Lord is present everywhere." Therefore, to convince Hiranyakashipu that the statement of Prahlad Maharaj was unmistakably true, the Lord appeared from the pillar. The Lord appeared as half lion and half man, so that Hiranyakashipu could not understand whether the great giant was a lion or a human being. To substantiate Prahlada's statement, the Lord proved that his devotee, as declared in Bhagavad Gita, is never vanquished. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta prayashanti. Pranashyati. Prahlad Maharaj's demoniac father had repeatedly threatened to kill Prahlad, but Prahlad was confident that he could not be killed, since he was protected by the Supreme Lord. By appearing from the pillar, the Lord encouraged his devotees, saying in effect, "Don't worry, I am present here." By manifesting his form as Nrsimhadev, the Lord also preserved the truth of Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal or any man. The Lord appeared in a form that could not be said to be a fully man or a lion. Wow, so this is the appearance of Lord Nrsimhadev Bhagwan. Lord Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. So his, like we just said, there's a tumultuous roar first, and that is just from the breaking of the pillar. And then this gigantic form appears. So all the Steven Spielberg movies put together, all the Bollywood effects put together cannot come to the spark of splendor of this form. This biggest lion, neither man nor a lion form appears from the pillar, just to make sure that Prahlad Maharaja's word is true. So Krishna does anything and everything to please his devotees, to keep his promise. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktya pranashanti. So, and here Prabhupada says that again and again, Prabhupada has been saying that Prahlad was confident. We heard before, he was Sthira, he was Dhira, he was Shanta, he exhibited so many qualities of a sincere devotee, hardcore devotee. He was still confident that he could not be killed because he was protected by Lord all the time. And of course, he was present everywhere. Lord can appear from anywhere. In this connection, there's a very nice pastime that Bhakti Purushottam Swami narrates. This is from the local Jagannath Puri temple. One of the devotees said, "But Lord Jagannath does not have hair, and so why did they put this hair thing on Lord Jagannath? You know how we put on the deities thing? They're artificial hair, we think, but we put on our deities." So this devotee could not figure it out, like whether to put it on, whether not to put it on. And this other devotee had put in, and he's like, no, you cannot do this. So in the night, he thought, oh my God, I want to check it. And he just sort of pulled the hair. And next day, Jagannath had little blood coming out of his head, and he was shocked. He was really, really shocked. And then Bhakti Purushottam Swami says, the moral of the story is, if a devotee says something, Krishna does anything and everything to make sure that his word is true. So one devotee had a faith that Lord Jagannath has hair, so he put on the hair on Lord Jagannath. And lo behold, the other person who was suspicious went and found blood there. So there are many pastimes like this that we come to hear from pure devotees. So we are so fortunate. Back to you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing that wonderful pastime and your reflections. Yes. Do not worry, I am present here. It's a small line, but I feel that if we can always remember this, do not worry, my child, I am there with you. I'm there for you. I'm always there for you. So it is the Lord's promise, and it is the Lord's words which will never go in vain. So the Lord is assuring, I'm always there for my dear devotees. I'll do everything, whatever is best for them. Do not worry, I'm present here. You can meditate upon this every day, every night, every morning, every afternoon. Whenever we feel low, whenever we feel sad, lonely or going through a tough time, do not worry, I'm present. Our best friend is saying this, our Supreme Lord, and He is most powerful. He's all present, He's all knowing, He's all beautiful. And when He's all powerful and all the best well-wisher, then there is no one else beyond His power. So that statement is a big assurance and hope that whatever will come in our lives, if we sincerely surrender, will be good only, because Lord is saying, do not worry, I'm there. Any other comments before we move on?
Yeah. So many comments here in this slokas. Interesting. The Lord appeared to prove, as he was given the benediction, that he will not be killed by the any man or animal, right? So that's why he came in half man and half lion. And here is mentioned by the previous Acharya that he was not being created by Brahma. He was not an animal, not a human, nor was he situated within the assembly hall, nor outside in the yard. And when it is mentioned about the Kaunteya Pratijanna Vrata Pranashati, Lord says, Kaunteya, my devotee never perishes. And in the 7th chapter, text 10, Narad Muni had said to Hiranyakashipu that you will not be able to kill this child. And then in the 5th chapter, text 47, Hiranyakashipu had said, perhaps I will die because of my hatred to Prahlad. And at that time, when Hiranyakashipu made his request, Brahma had said, let it be. So that's what the point is, that when the Lord is promising that his devotees will never perish, and Lord comes to protect. So that's what is here happening, that Lord is coming to protect his devotee finally. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Srikant Prabhu, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes, sure. Thank you Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees. Sasatvam enam parito vipashyam sadbhashya madhyad anuniranjinaham nayam mrugo napi naro vichitram aham kim etan mrugendra rupam. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki Jai. While Hiranyakashipu looked all around to find the source of the sound, that wonderful form of the Lord, which could not be ascertained to be either a man or a lion, emerged from the pillar. In amazement, Hiranyakashipu wondered, what is this creature that is half man and half lion? Purport. A demon cannot calculate the unlimited potency of the Supreme Lord. As stated in the Vedas, Parasya Shaktir Vividhyaiva Shruvayati Savadbhaviki Jnanam Bala Kriya Cha. The different potencies of the Lord are always working as an automatic exhibition of His knowledge. For a demon, it is certainly wonderful that the form of a lion and the form of a man can be united, since a demon has no experience of the inconceivable power for which the Supreme Lord is called all-powerful. The demon cannot understand the omnipotency of the Lord. They simply compare the Lord to one of them. Avajyanti mam muda manushim tam ashrutham. Mudhas rascals think that Krishna is an ordinary human being which appears for the benefit of other human beings. Param bhavam ajyantaha. Fools, rascals, and demons cannot realize the supreme potency of the Lord, but He can do anything and everything. Indeed, He can do whatever He likes. When Hiranyakashipu received benedictions from the Lord Brahma, he thought that he was safe, since he received the benediction that he would not be killed either by an animal or by a human being. He never thought that an animal and a human being would be combined so that demons like him would be puzzled by such a form. This is the meaning of the Supreme Personality of God's omnipotence. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you. Please explain.
Thank you so much. So no one had ever seen Hiranyakashipu, who had certainly great experience and great lifespan also, because he had done so much tapasya. He had never seen such a creature, half lion, half man. And he was totally perplexed and full of fear that what is this species? I forgot to ask from Brahma. I did ask that I should not be killed by animal because my brother was killed by animal, Varadev. And I asked him I should not be killed by man, but I didn't comprehend that someone can even take this combined form, because no one had ever seen this form, and Hiranyakashipu was totally kind of surprised to see this extraordinary, inconceivable power of the Lord. And that's what the demoniac, people with demoniac propensity think. Oh, God is just one like us. Why are you people worshipping some tortoise, Kurmadev, or this lion for Nrsimhadev, or so many different Hayagriva, who is the horse form, then Kurmadev, Varadev, Vamandev, so many extraordinary form he takes and does his extraordinary activities. It is nothing big thing for the Lord, because Lord is omnipotent. He is all powerful. He can take any form and do unlimited pastimes. What's the big deal? But demoniac people who do not have faith, who are covered by the illusory energy, the Maya Shakti, they think that Krishna is one like us, or the God is one like us. And so all this is fiction. So that's actually not true. These are all bona fide shastras. This is not some mythological story of like Spider-Man or Superman, Batman, Iron Man. So many movies are there. They are all mythological characters or fictitious characters. Cinderella, Harry Potter. So many things are going on. But actually, this is Shastra. This is Shabda Brahman. This is Apurushaya words. So this is all our history, and the Supreme Lord has come in this wonderful form, to everyone's amazement. Any other reflections or questions?
Just one point. Even Lakshmi, we will read. Even Lakshmi is not seen this form. She is also seeing first time, and she is also afraid to go to Lord Nrsimhadev. We will hear that in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, would someone like to read next? So this is a combined set of 4 verses.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I can read.
Yeah, please.
Dandavat pranam to everyone. Text 19 to 22. Mima samanasya smuti tithyo grato Nrsimha rupa stadalam bhayanakam pratapya chami kar chandalochanam स्फुरसटाके शरजुम्बिताननम् करालद्रष्टं करवालचञ्चल शूरान्तजिह्व भ्रुकुटी मुखो लप्नम् स्तम्भोद्भकर्णं गिरिकरकन्दरादूत व्यातास्य नास हनुभेदभीषणम् दिवि पुरुषत् कायं दीर्घपिवर ग्रीवोरुवक्ष स्थलमल्यपमध्यमम् चन्द्राशृङ्गोरे रुचुरितं तनुरुहे विश्वभुजानि कैशतं नखायुधम् दूरासदं सर्वनिजेतरायुध प्रवेक विद्रावित दैत्यदानवम्. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hiranyakashipu studied the form of the Lord, trying to decide who the form of Nrsimhadev standing before him was. The Lord form was extremely fearsome because of his eyes, angry eyes, which resemble molten gold, his shining mane, which expanded the dimension of his fearful face, his deadly teeth, and his razor-sharp tongue, which moved about like a dueling sword. His eyes were erect and motionless, and his nostrils and gaping mouth appeared like caves of mountains. His jaws parted fearfully, and his entire body touched the sky. His neck was very short and thick, his chest broad, his waist thin, and the hair on his body as white as rays of the moon. His arms, which resembled flanks of shoulder, spread in all directions as he killed the demon Rojas and Atheus, which with his council, disc, club, lotus, and other natural weapons. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. So, this is the description of the Lord appear from the pillar to protect the Prahlad and to kill the Hiranyakashipu. And this is very nice description Prabhupada has given, which is like very fearful for the non-devotee, like a demons and all those. But when Prahlad Maharaj was saying that, he was very pleased because he was seeing his Lord standing in front of him, and he was a devotee, so he didn't fear of him because that was his Lord, who he was praying since childhood. And similar description we can see in Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna was he was looking the Lord universal form. So same here also the word come Karala Drashtam. So the teeth was Lord was very big, and as Arjuna said that all the Kauravas, Karna and Bhishma, all those were going in his mouth. So similar kind of description here is also coming. So Lord is in the universal form. Is also, that form was also fearful to Arjuna, and this is also fearful. But the same time, Lord is very merciful. So he give protection to his devotee and punish the demons. So back to you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. It's a very, very graphic description of all the bodily limbs of or bodily features of Hiranyakashipu, Lord Nrsimhadev, who appeared from the stamba or the pillar. So meditating upon all these parts of the body, Lord's eyes, Lord's chest, Lord's hairs, arms, weapons, teeth, tongue, is so beautiful. It's meditation upon Lord's wonderful bodily features, which also shows that Lord is a person. It doesn't say some something appeared. It is such clear and vivid description, so all of us can meditate upon the Lord and his wonderful features, which is the best form of meditation. We read while we were talking about the different limbs of bhakti in chapter 5, as Prahlad Maharaj said. The topmost meditation is to meditate upon the beautiful form of the Lord. Lord's feet, Lord's chest, Lord's arms, Lord's smile, Lord's eyes, Lord's waist, every aspect is transcendental. Every aspect is Satchidananda. So here, Sri Shukdev Goswami or Sri Narad Muni is so in great detail with great metaphorical language, like eyes, like molten gold. So this is called like metaphorical language. And today I shared a verse that it is a good perfection of speech. There are multiple characteristics, but one characteristic is to use metaphorical language. It is called Chitrapadam. Charu Chitrapadam Slakshnam Mrishtam Gudam Aviklavam Sarvesham Upakarartham Tada Anuvadan Eva. The point here I wanted to share was Chitrapadam. It's like a metaphor with how the different aspects of the Lord, like razor sharp tongue, that's like metaphorical language. Gaping mouth appeared like caves of a mountain. So we have seen great souls using this language just to add rasa, just to help a conditioned soul to understand that Lord is again a person, and this is extraordinary beauty and forms, and just to give us some understanding. And therefore we see Srila Prabhupada used some of these references to inspire so many wonderful devotees to draw and paint extraordinary paintings of Lord Nrsimhadev, which we have seen multiple times. So how I think it's there in this book as well. I think here, yes, it will come. So there is a picture for text number 31, and actually there is a picture for 29, and there's a picture for text number 1 also, which we kind of have already read, that the kids are doing Sankirtan headed by Prahlad Maharaj. Everyone is chanting, dancing in ecstasy. So we will come to those verses and then we can discuss more about those pictures as well. But wonderful pictures are there which show all these features of the Lord, his teeth, tongue, waist, etc. Any other comments or questions anyone has? Anything before we stop for today? Okay, so we will stop here and see what happened. Right now we just see that Hiranyakashipu is studying the form. So we can also meditate upon this Lord's form and always remember what we discussed before. Do not worry, I am present here. And that we can think in every aspect of our life. Do not worry, I am present here. I am present with you. I really like that point. Looks like someone wanted to speak. Okay, so we will pause here and continue tomorrow with the next verse and see what happened next. Grantraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samavita Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.